Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first.
Happy Labor Day!
Areas of heavy rain and the potential for flash flooding forecast throughout the south central U.S. into early this week. Well above average hot late summer temperatures spread from the northwestern to the north central U.S. and critical fire weather continues for parts of the central Great Basin. Closer to home, thunderstorm and rain chances will focus more to the east today. Mostly dry conditions are expected Tuesday through Thursday, with brief isolated showers over the mountains. Scattered mountain and isolated lowland showers and thunderstorms will return later in the week. Temperatures will be below normal for the next few days, warming up to near and slightly above seasonal averages by midweek. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. As a reminder, all city, state, and federal offices are closed today in observance of Labor Day. On Thursday night, the Alamogordo Police Department was alerted to a vehicle pursuit initiated by the New Mexico State Police entering the town. Officers were informed that the vehicle had stopped at the White Sands Mall parking lot. This was the ending of a chase that began hours prior in Las Cruces when 41-year-old Wallace Gonzalez was stopped by NMSP and then threatened the officer while displaying weapons on his dash. Alamogordo Police Department officers responded to assist the New Mexico State Police in securing the scene and evacuating stores. After 3 hours of holding up in his car, Gonzalez and a Las Cruces Police Department SWAT officer exchanged gunfire. As officers approached the truck, Gonzalez was found unresponsive with an apparent gunshot wound. He also had a firearm in each hand. Paramedics rendered aid, but Gonzalez succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased on scene by the Office of the Medical Investigator. No officers were injured during the incident. New Mexico State Police is not identifying the Las Cruces Police Department SWAT officer at this time. The shooting is still under investigation by the New Mexico State Police Investigations Bureau. On Friday, around 11:30 in the morning, the Alamogordo Police Department responded to a call at the Alamogordo High School regarding a student who was overheard stating he had a gun. The investigation confirmed that the student did make the statement. However, no firearms or contraband were discovered. The student is being referred to juvenile probation for bomb scares and shooting threats, which are, of course, unlawful. The Albuquerque Journal has published the name of the Otero County Sheriff's Deputy, Jacob Diaz Austin, as under investigation for the shooting of 17-year-old Elijah Hadley. The 2nd Judicial District Attorney's Office says they have the case and are in process of reviewing it. Currently, Diaz Austin has been placed on administrative leave. The New Mexico State Police Investigations Bureau agents worked independently to determine the series of events leading to the shooting, including collecting evidence and conducting interviews. Throughout the process, investigative findings are shared with the district attorney for review. The New Mexico State Police acts solely as a fact finder in officer-involved shootings and does not determine whether an officer's actions were justified. That decision rests with the district attorney's office. This incident is now in the hands of the 2nd Judicial District Attorney's Office. The Alamogordo Chess Club weekly meetings are held at Plateau Espresso, 2724 North Scenic, every Monday from 4 until 7. That is today. It's casual chess, so pair up with whomever's available. No membership requirements or fees. Simply show up with a board, set it up, and play. All are welcome. LULAC presents a conference on civil rights and social justice in October. We heard from Stan Hernandez.
The LULAC Conference on Civil Rights and Social Justice will take place on October the 12th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the NMSU Tay Center. That's New Mexico State University and Alamogordo. Special guests are Tom Saines, President and Lead Counsel for MALDEF, the Mexican-American Legal Defense and Education Fund, who will deliver the keynote.
Again, that's on Columbus Day 2024. Send an email to get more information. OteroCountyLULAC@gmail.com. Invitations will be sent via email and RSVPs are required. You can hear the commentary in full on our YouTube channel. The Brannigan Cultural Center in Las Cruces will feature the work of Messiah photographer Emmett Boer as he brings to life the iconic landscapes of White Sands National Park. The exhibit of Boer's work, called Dunes and Dreams, a portrait of White Sands National Park, opens on Friday, September 6th and continues through Wednesday, October 16th at the Brannigan Cultural Center, 501 North Main Street in Las Cruces. The exhibition of Boer's White Sands photographs was originally scheduled for 2020, but that was interrupted by the pandemic. Booer's photographs were hung in the BCC from November 2020 through February 2021, but with no visitors. Booer exhibited many of the photos at the Light Art Space Gallery in Silver City in 2022. A native New Mexican, Booer grew up on a ranch in eastern New Mexico. For more information, contact the Brannigan Cultural Center, 575-541-2154. Well, today is Monday. Let's get a update from Animal Village.
Hi, this is Sunny Ayers with Animal Village and up here in beautiful Ruidoso, New Mexico. I'm actually sitting on a bench in a park, beautiful park, Wingfield Park, looking at the trees. There's a herd of wild horses a couple hundred yards away, and a little tabby cat just ran across in front of myself and my two dogs who are sitting on a bench. And, of course, my dogs are very nice and well socialized, and they have their own kitties, and they were very nice. But, you know, what's going to happen to that cat? I've seen that cat around quite a bit. I've heard the cat overnight in fights with other cats, and you just have to wonder, it's not a question of if. In most cases with indoor-outdoor cats, as they're called, it's not a question of if they are going to be killed, but when. And by whom and how. Just how awful will it be? Will they be run over by a car? Will they be killed by another animal or a vicious human who finds them annoying and poisons them? It's a question of when and how in most cases. In fact, most indoor cats, like the 3 foster kitties that I have right now that we're looking for homes for from the fires, are safe in my home right now. They're probably looking out the window, or the kittens are playing with each other, or they're snoozing away. And those are the homes that we're looking for these wonderful kitties who were all rescued from the fires in Ruidoso. One of them is a kitten. She's a kind of apricot, grayish patches. She has a little apostrophe on one eye. She's mostly white, long-haired, and absolutely exquisite. Her name is Ash. Ash and her brother Phoenix, who is black and white and has a little goatee and looks perpetually surprised. He's just beautiful. Both of them, brother and sister, were rescued from a feral cat colony in the fires. Fuego is a tabby, and he's got 4 white feet, but one of them only has 2 white toes. The rest of them are tabby toes, and he is hilarious. He is the most perfect lap cat that I have ever met. All of them started out and were rescued as feral cats. Please take care of your cat. If you know somebody looking for a wonderful lap cat, 2 beautiful kittens, all of them are neutered or spayed, completely vaccinated, tested negative for all diseases. They are healthy, happy, and ready to go to 100% safe indoor homes. Just message us at animalvillagenm@gmail.com. We'll send you an app.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Albuquerque Police Department is investigating multiple deaths. Around 11:50 p.m. on Saturday evening, APD and Albuquerque Fire Rescue were called to an apartment about a shooting. 4 people were discovered and determined to be deceased, each with gunshot wounds. The death may be a triple murder followed by a suicide. That's according to witnesses who told officials the deceased knew each other. Law enforcement personnel think some of those involved were drinking throughout the day and a confrontation may have taken place that night. They said it was probable that the suspect, who was a young man, shot the 3 others. The victims were listed as a man and a woman in their 20s and a man in his 50s. Originally, there was 1 person detained, but officers determined that individual was not involved in the shooting. Homicide detectives are working the case. The second man charged in the killing of Albuquerque massage parlor owner Sui Fang, has been found guilty. A jury convicted Juan Carlos Hernandez in about 3 hours on Friday. The crime was caught on camera. On January 24th of 2022, surveillance video shows Hernandez, along with Jorge Rivera Ramirez, attempting to rob this massage parlor. The video shows Hernandez pointing a gun at Fang, indicating he was willing to shoot her or seriously injure her. The surveillance video then cuts out, and court documents state that Fang was able to grab a gun. In a shootout, Fang died, and Rivera Ramirez was injured.
In the matter of State of New Mexico versus Juan C. Hernandez, verdict: we find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder as charged in count 1, signed foreperson. Special verdict: do you unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt that a firearm was brandished in the commission of second-degree murder as charged in count 1? Answer: yes.
This past June, a jury found Rivera Ramirez guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and armed robbery, but he has not yet been sentenced. A sentencing for Hernandez has not been set yet either. Clovis police arrested a man on Friday after they said he terrorized a home and sent a school into lockdown. Police say 43-year-old Julian Montoya broke into a home while 2 people were inside. One resident locked themselves in a room and called 911. It was reported that 10 to 15 gunshots were heard. The other resident jumped through an open window and left. Police say witnesses saw Montoya running towards the Clovis Community College, which then sent it into lockdown, and that's where police found and arrested him. Montoya was charged with aggravated burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, and a felon in possession of a firearm. The New Mexico state government will again require people to do an interview when applying for and recertifying for SNAP and TANF benefits. Effective yesterday, the New Mexico Health Care Authority now requires all New Mexicans renewing these benefits to complete an interview as part of the recertification process. This comes as the federal government ended a pandemic-era interview waiver for those benefits. New Mexicans receiving SNAP or cash assistance will now have to interview with HCA staff as part of the application process. This will provide additional information that staff will need to issue these benefits. It can also help people connect to additional assistance. Beginning on October 1st, new SNAP and TANF applicants will also need to do an interview to determine eligibility. According to the HCA, they plan to contact people through the mail, email, and text over the next 45 days before the renewal date. They will provide the time and details for the interview. They say you can do the interview over the phone or in person. If you have any questions, please visit yes.state.nm.us or call 800-283-4465. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Today's a holiday, so no sports, but we do have a lot of volleyball tomorrow, including Carrizozo at Lake Arthur, Mesilla Valley Christian at Hot Springs, Chaparral at Hatch, and Alamogordo heads to Silver. Go, Lady Tigers! Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, sunny with winds gusting up to 13 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 81. Low tonight of 58. High tomorrow, 84 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New precipitation amounts less than a tenth of an inch expected. Winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, winds gusting up to 18. Sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 14. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 56. Low tonight of 41. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 37. High tomorrow of 63 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Happy Labor Day!